This card does so much for being a 2-drop. So Frenzied Baloth is 2 green for a 3/2 creature beast with. This spell can't be countered. It's trample, haste, creature spells you control can't be countered, and combat damage can't be prevented. So this creature is so obviously pushed. It has the possibility of completely dumpstering any counter deck because now none of them do anything, and this becomes a must remove threat, and then they use the removal on this, and then you play something else big, they don't have removal, and that threat wins. So it can put control in like a really bad spot by itself. One answer you could say to this card is board wipes. So way to remove the board, but the thing is this creature has haste, so he already hits you for 3, which is value. He can be a finisher if your opponent's really low, you just play him and kill him. He can be aggressive on turn 2, you hit, and on turn 3 he's already hitting for 6 damage. He has trample, so if you buff him he gets really strong. The combat damage can't be prevented isn't really relevant. One cool thing it does is it stops the One Ring from preventing damage. So that could have been really important in Modern, but they just banned the One Ring, so I think the last ability will really rarely actually matter. It's just extra text, because why not? Why not just add another thing? It really reminds me of a Questing Beast, except it's 2 mana, and it's not legendary, so you can have multiples. So I'm really excited for how they're pushing green again. For so long, green has been really weak, and these are the type of cards we need to see for green aggro to become a thing again, or maybe green mid-range, and this is your aggressive card. Uthros Titanic Godcore is a land planet that has this land enters the battlefield tapped, it taps for blue, station, you can tap another creature you control, you put charge counters equal to its power on this planet, station only as a sorcery. If you tapped 12 power, you can tap it and add a blue for each artifact you control. So Titanic Academy is really infamous legendary land that taps for each artifacts. It was banned pretty much everywhere because you could run artifact lands, you can run 0-mana artifacts. It's really easy to have a ton of artifacts. And the more Magic got more modern, the more cards started making treasures and clues and foods. So making a ton of tokens, artifacts really became strong. So Titanic Academy would be even more busted to this day. So this is the most fair version you can make the card without it being like completely busted to totally obscure. So in artifact decks, I think you just don't mind running this. Coming battlefield tapped is fine. It gives the creatures that you just played, even if they have summoning sickness, you can still station them. So if you don't care about not having blockers, like maybe it's the early game and you're at 40, it's commander, you can just immediately station your creatures that you just played, and then if you want to attack next turn, go for it. Or if you don't, you can just keep on putting counters on this to a point where you can actually use these counters and then it'll give you 1 billion mana. So I think this is a commander staple. Famished Worldsire is 5 any color, 3 green for a 0/0 creature Leviathan with ward 3 mana. Devour land 3. As this creature enters, you may sacrifice any number of lands. It enters with 3 times that many counters on it. And it has, when this creature enters, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is this creature's power. Put any number of land cards from among them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. So one absolute insane card. So let's say you play this, you eat all your lands, that's 8 lands. He becomes a 24/24 with ward 3. It's freaking massive. If you have a fling effect, you can just kill them. If 40% of your deck are lands, looking at the top 3 cards will generally get you 1 to 2 lands. So unless you get really unlucky, he will ramp you. So not only do you have this massive butt, but you get more lands. And now you get more lands in your grave. And there's a lot of cards that return all the lands from your grave into play. Now the card gets really crazy when you add Spelunking. That last line of text, where lands you control enter the battlefield untapped. Let's say you dump a bunch of lands in your grave. You play Spelunking. Then you play a spell that returns all your lands onto the battlefield. It'll come in untapped, so you can immediately use that untapped mana, if you have enough, to play Worldsire. Worldsire comes in, gets a massive body, then he puts all the lands in play untapped. So now you get a bunch of new untapped mana. You could just keep going and then bring back all the lands you just sacrificed untapped and make an insane amount of mana. But that's when you can get a fling effect and just kill your opponent. So it really gives some like crazy mana generation in Standard. And a deck that could be pretty crazy. And in Commander, this is also a bomb. It's a huge butt, and you can do the same things in Standard, but probably better. And it's hard to kill. You have to pay 3 mana plus a removal spell to kill it. So they even feel sad when they remove it. Like, what an awesome card that does 3 powerful things. A big body, lands in the grave, and ramp all in one. So awesome. So that's everything I wanted to say about these really sweet cards. This set is looking cooler and cooler, and I cannot wait until the full set is released. Subscribe if you want to see my top picks of Edge of Eternity spoilers. Please like, comment, and have a good one.